All right, what up, everybody? What up, everybody? Let me get to the spot. Okay, camera, focus in. We got a good message today. All right, this is Plan Your Greatness, and I am your gracious host, Carlton Hamilton. Let's get right to it. All right, we're going ahead and stay consistent with the weigh-in, but we're going to do it quickly. I did not work out today. I did not do anything with my daughter. We had to go to the doctor today to get her physical for basketball, and then getting my son to work after school. So no working out today, but I'm holding steady at 246. I actually lost a pound because I'm still trying to do the intermittent fasting. I'm going to try some other stuff. My stomach's been bothering me a little bit, so I'm just trying to probably going to be more intense with the fasting, because I believe it's just something my system is trying to clean out. And fasting, I'm reading up on fasting. It allows your system to kind of reset itself. So that's what I'm allowing my body to do. Okay. All right. So we are at chapter 13. This is actually the last chapter of the book. Yay. Give us a hand. Last chapter in the book. I remember when I started doing this and I was like, oh, do I really want to do this? Do I really want to go through each chapter and really break it all down? I said, yeah, I need to do that on this channel. And then later on, I'm going to be adding the links as I have the website going, as I have the audiobooks, the training and all the other different stuff that's going to go with this channel. I'll have all those links connected to each video. I'll be looking through each video and then connecting what topics am I hitting on, and then what programs I need to either produce and then connect to that particular video. All right. So chapter 13, this is actually the bonus section. And it was just some thinking that I had gone through. And I wanted to just, each chapter, as you could tell, I wanted to have you think a certain thing, And so with this chapter, it was some thoughts that I had. And I came up with this theory that I believe there are 4 types of belief systems, and not in the sense of like religious belief systems, just really simply on how we view us in connection with the world. And so what I want you to do is, after you watch this video, I want you to think of where you fall in the 4 belief systems and your circle around you. And then just as you go about the day and you're asking questions, you're interacting with people, I want you to think, okay, is that person this one, this one, this one, or this one? All right. So the 4 belief systems. All right. The first one, I believe, is the non-believer. Okay. And these are from conversations that I've had, interactions that I had with people, and I was able to, put these little categories together. And the non-believer is somebody that believes that it doesn't matter what they do, doesn't matter. Okay? They don't feel that they are going to make an impact on anything, because here how it gets a little more in depth and actually a little dark, is that they don't believe that they have any control over what is happening with their life. They believe that where they're at and how they got here, no control over it. And they believe that where they are is what they are. And how they move forward is going to be no consequence on whatever they try to do. All right? They believe that there is this divine. Isn't this crazy? They don't believe, but they believe there's this governance that just has them locked in. Okay? That people are just chosen. Like, people are rich, somebody chose them, and then they on this rich path. Well, this person right here, that you're on this path. Now, here's what's interesting. The non-believers who actually hold on to this position usually aren't really doing very well. So they have relegated themselves, instead of what you're going to see later on, as far as working toward making a change. They just go, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to be here. And it's very much like a caste system. Like I think of, the country of India, where I think they have like 4 tiers of caste. Bottom, then there's this, working poor, and then there's this kind of this middle class, and then there's this elite. And you can't, there's no intermingling right there. Now that is a mind, trick. That's a Jedi mind trick. Okay. All right. So now let's move to the do nothing believer. All right. Slightly different. This do nothing believer is that they believe that they can make an impact. Their actions has consequences and everything, and they can do that. However, they don't believe it's worth their time. Isn't that crazy? They believe that if they take action, it will produce the results that they're looking for. But they're not going to take any action. They don't think it's worth their time. However, they will complain. And they will look at those complaints as action. And we all know that, like I tell my kids, complaints are just stating the obvious. Now what are you going to do? All right? But there are some people that really lean heavily on complaining. Now, I'm going to go off on a little tangent. The black community, okay? I love my people and I want to support it. I'm not saying it's our fault, but if we're just going to march, complaint, that's really should all be on the sign is I'm complaining. But then on the flip side should be, what am I going to do now? That's a whole nother video I'll probably do something on. But if you're going to complain, like I tell my kids, that's stating the obvious. Now what are you going to do? Or what are you going to force somebody else to do? And there's an equation as far as how you get people to act in the way that you want them to. And that's another video I'll do later on. But all right, so they complaints in action. Now here's what's interesting with that. They also believe that this is the do nothing believer. They also believe it's not what you know, it's who you know. Now, in a sense, that kind of pokes hole in the caste system because they feel that, say in the the Indian caste system, say there's 4 levels. If it's 3 or 4, somebody correct me on that. All right, but say that there's 4 levels and you're at the bottom, but you know somebody up at the top. So they believe that if they know somebody, that can actually maybe connect them by proximity or just by knowing somebody else. Now we know in the caste system that ain't happening. You can know somebody up at the top, but the only thing they're going to have you do is work for them. All right. But they believe that there's a little poking of the hole is that you can get, and in America that you can have that kind of funky belief. But that's the do nothing believer. All right. Then there is the limited believer. All right. And what I call situational believer or situational faith. All right. They believe that God controls all the good things. And so when something happens to them, if they want to, God gave me favor. He's controlling everything. Great. Now I got it. And that's when something's good. Oh, God's got favor on you. He's playing favorites. All right. But when something bad happens, they say that is all their control or our control. That either their faith wasn't strong enough or God is, what I'm moving into the next one, is that they believe that God is playing favorites. That God actually is just playing jokes, and that God is the one that just is sitting around and just saying, okay, I'm going to help out with these people now, or nah, I'm too tired, I'm not going to do anything. That God is just running around randomly deciding on, what type of life you're going to have. Okay, I'm going to bless you because of X. Or I'm going to bless you because of X. Or I'm going to punish you because of X. All right. So they see everything as this kind of this game that there's situations to it. There's a what am I looking for? That like a quid pro quo. You do this, you get this. And so if you're not doing this, then whatever happens to you, oh man, dang. See, very, very situation. All right. The last one is the unlimited believer. And that is this individual believes that they have absolutely 100% control over their life. And here's what's even more powerful in my experience of the unlimited believer. Not only do they believe that they can cause the effect that they want. See the difference? There's not a cause and effect. And I've talked about this in another video. They believe they are in direct alignment with the cause of the effect that they want, that they can control, like a test. Hey, I'm going to study for the test. I'm going to get an A. If I don't study for the test, I'm going to get the grade based on how much I study. All right. So they fully well understand that they are in control of that. Now, here's what's interesting. They also believe that when they are really taking control of their lives, they also believe that the universe, as Will Smith says, the universe will conspire to help you, to further your agenda. You're positive. You believe that you can have what you want. And then you look around and you say, physically, mentally, spiritually, everything is going to come in alignment for me to have what it is that I'm looking for. Produce, prayer, everything. All right? I think that is awesome. And there's a book by Ryan Holiday. I think his name's Ryan Holiday. He wrote this book called The Obstacle is the Way. And I don't have it. I've read the audiobook of it, or I've listened to the audiobook. But he talks specifically about, in most cases when you have an obstacle in front of you, instead of looking to the left, looking to the right, trying to go under it, trying to go over it, look directly at it, because in most cases, the answer to getting through that obstacle is right within the obstacle. And of course, he took that from Marcus Aurelius. That's a famous leader back in the day. So he made that connection. And I love that. The obstacle is the way. Look first right at the answer. Look right at the obstacle, and it actually will, in most cases, tell you how to approach it. So again, you have control over that. You're not looking for some outside entity to come in. But again, what you do is you believe that if I have a strong enough faith, an outside power will actually come in to help move me to my next level. All right. So I just wanted to make that one quickly. This is, the end of the book. I'm going to be making some more videos that are on some other topics that I've been wanting to cover, but it's going to always be really much in alignment with the book and really in you planning your greatness. So here's my challenge to you. The challenge is to know where you are, know where your belief system is, and you can look clearly at this as far as how I broke it down, which one of the belief systems would actually empower you and inspire you the most. It's a pretty simple answer on that one. All right. But I also want you to look around and see the people that are in your circle and see where they are. You may have to start doing some soft coaching as far as trying to figure out, hey, what's up with you? Why are you believing the way that you believe? Because if that person, let's just say, for instance, that you're an unlimited believer, but you have somebody in your circle who is a non-believer. Now, how does that person empower you? How can you empower that person? I'm here to tell you right now, that's going to be a difficult conversation. Not just addressing where that person didn't believe, but it's going to be a difficult conversation when you have challenges on how that person feels they can actually overcome obstacles. That's a tough one. So you want to check where you are. You want to check where your crew, where your circle of influence is. And then you want to make the necessary changes that you guys are all on the same page. Because I'm a firm believer that if you can grab a couple of people and have them all on the same page, and Napoleon Hill talks about this in his book, The Laws of Success, as far as what he has created. I see people creating these groups, these mastermind alliances. And some people should be ashamed of themselves as far as they're trying to charge money for these goofy mastermind alliances. And if they go back, and I know if you're charging money, you're not reading Napoleon Hill's mastermind alliance. There was no money exchange in that. It was an exchange of intellect, that you are all on the same page. And he said that creates the energy, and that creates what you need to get things done. You don't need somebody paying some weekly, monthly, ridiculous dues. You're robbing folks. Yeah, I said that. And I did this video. I wish it would go viral to all you folks that are out there that are lying about, the mastermind, it takes you to, $20 a month and we're going to meet at this I call bullshit. I call bullshit on that. Mastermind Alliance does not have, it creates. It doesn't take in money. It creates money for the group. Grows. It's the law of attraction. All right. This is Plan Your Greatness, and I'm going to say this again. Plan your greatness. Just like a mastermind alliance group. Okay? Plan your greatness. Why? Because no one else will. See y'all next time.